So for grip training for the Bowser workout, we're going to be working with some grippers as well as dumbbells and a towel. So grippers wise, I swear by Captain of Crush grippers. I linked them on the blog. They start at a real nice low level and they progress up very high. They make very solid, high quality. I mean, this is solid metal here. This thing's not going anywhere anytime soon. Very nice equipment, and it'll last forever. And on top of that, they progress really nicely. They start off at a real low level and they increment by numbers, and actually it goes by halves. So basically everyone, you can go to the website, it'll show like an increment up of what the comparative weight is. Most people can start off with a trainer, which is this one right here. They're like 25 bucks a pop or something like that, so they're not that expensive. You're going to be using them forever. They're really nice to have. So when you're training with hand grippers, all right, when you first start out, you're probably going to be at a lowish level. You can start out with just the trainer, which is the most common one. There's some steps below that, but most people can do the trainer. You can go a little bit lower than that if you want. So you start at the trainer, and first, before you do anything, you need to warm up. So of course you want to warm up with something that's a little weaker than the current gripper that you're working on. So if you're first starting out, you can just get like a stress ball, like one of the little squeezy things, or a ball of newspaper, even just something. What you want to do is you want to do 5 sets of 10 reps with your warm-up gripper first. And so my warm-up gripper, since I progressed a bit, is now my trainer. So sit there and do 10 sets, 10 reps, like so. And then you can go on, other hand. So you do 5 sets, 10 reps, and then you're going to move on to what you call your working gripper. This is one that's challenging for you. You can still close it, but banging out all the reps and sets you need to is going to be some work, okay? So for me, that's the number 1 gripper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5. And then I'm going to switch hands. And do 5. Now, once you've done your 5 sets of 5 with that, because you're going to do 5 sets of 5, then you're going to move on to your goal gripper, the one that you're working on. So for me right now, that's the 2 gripper. There is a 1.5. I just got the 2. I'm just going to work my way up to it. I sort of need to increment by halves. Maybe I'll grab the 1.5 if I never get to this one. But you can go with your goal gripper, and you can do isometrics first of all, where you squeeze as much as you can, try to get it closed. And you can also start with negatives, which is you close it with both hands and then you try and let it open as slowly as you can, just like if you're doing pull-up aggressions, where you want to start at the top and then you lower yourself down. So you want to try and do 5 sets of 5 with that, whatever it is that you're doing, negatives or isometric holds or both if you want. Just get some work on your goal gripper in. So you got your warm-up, which is your lowest, 5 sets of 10. And then you're going to go to your working gripper, 5 sets of 5. And then you're going to go to your goal gripper. You're going to try and get in 5 sets of 5 something, either isometric holds or negatives, and maybe see if you can bang out like 1, squeeze on it if you can. So that's the gripper portion. So once you finish up with that, we're moving on to farmer's walks. Farmer's walks are done with your dumbbells, like so. And what you want to do is you basically stand up straight. You want good posture. You want your head up. You want to keep your shoulders up. Do not let your shoulders sag down like this. Keep your shoulders up. Keep posture. And you're going to pick a distance and you're going to walk it. And your goal is to get 50 feet. 5 sets of 50 feet. So right here, from here to that door is probably about 10 feet or so. And so I'm just going to walk 10 feet back and forth 5 times. So I go this way. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. I look very silly to my wife who's in the next room over there. So I did 5 lengths of 10, that's 50 feet. Now this is actually a pretty light weight for me for farmer's walks. This is what I was doing for my Arnold presses the other night, which is I can do quite a bit more on my farmer's walks because you're not doing, serious extension of muscles. It's an isometric hold. You're building up your forearms, you're building up your traps and your shoulders a bit. So 50 feet, and 5 times, you can increase that by 5 pounds, I mean, theoretically every workout, or close to it, until you'll probably hit a wall and plateau for a little while. But until you hit that plateau, since we're getting a good amount of rest between each workout, you can do that seriously 5 pounds heavier on each dumbbell every single time. So that's good progression. Farmer's walks are awesome. They're gonna, besides building your hand strength, they're also gonna build up your shoulders and your traps a bit. And it encourages core strength once you get to the heavier weights because you're building your posture. Just make sure you're not taking big steps. You want to take little steps, stay upright, and keep your head up the whole time. So once we've done our farmer's walks, then we're moving on to our towel holds. And let me just double check, yeah. So towel holds, we're just going to do 10 seconds. Take a towel, drape it across your pull-up bar, and make sure it's a bead towel. Don't use your good linens in case you stretch or tear or warp it or whatever. And you're just going to make sure it's nice and taut. And you're going to hang. You're going to hang for 10 seconds, get a timer. It's going to count out for you, whatever. And once you hung for 10 seconds, it's probably about 10 now or something like that. Let go. Check it out. Rest for a minute. And you do that 5 times. Once that gets easy, you want to start adding weight. Get your weighted backpack, throw 5 or 10 pounds in your back. And with that one too, you have 5 pounds on every time you work out. If you can't do them, with just your normal weight, you can put a chair down and do a chair-assisted towel hang, just like you can do a chair-assisted pull-up. Okay, so you put a chair there, rest the weight of your legs on it and hang by your hands until your hands get stronger. And your hands will get stronger. Usually hands are pretty undertrained, so once you start working with them, they respond really quickly to training. You'll jump up real fast in hand strength. So that's it for the grip strength, developing the claws of Bowser. I hope you enjoyed that and the strength workout. And we got another video dropping tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to make your own sandbags like I was working with in the Bowser strength training video. And 2 different methods on that actually. One cheap and easy, and the other one a little more labor intensive, a little more time, but much better construction method. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. So until then, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome.